What's going on? What's going on? Let me know if I'm coming in through the headset or if I'm coming in through the phone. What's going on, Irish King? Hopefully. Let me switch my hotspot here. See if that'll do it any better. And I seem to be buffering a lot, which really kind of sucks. You can hear me without any interruption. Bad. Any better? Oh, look at that. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me better? I'm on the iPad now. Got 4 of you in here, so I know y'all, somebody's watching. So leave a comment. Give an update to my situation here. What's going on? Dreed 425. Well, I guess I'm gonna get started. So, I don't know if I alluded to this in a video before. I think I did in my last live stream. Don't mind, I smacked my head over the weekend. But I was coming out of Nevada on 395 a couple weeks ago, and I ended up hitting a deer in the middle of fucking nowhere. Tore my black truck up. Cracked my hood, cracked my bumper, broke my grill, pushed all the mesh for the grill in. It was a fucking mess. Deer shit all over the front end of my truck when I hit it. Well, I went home over the weekend for Mother's Day for what was supposed to be a 34-hour reset. And turned into a little bit more than a 34 because I had some water leaking in the back sleeper windows that I wanted them to seal up while I was away, and so they ended up deciding to check how bad the damage was from the deer. And when they opened the hood and kind of removed some shit, they discovered that my radiator was punctured, and so was the trans cooler. So I had to wait until my old truck was freed up, and that's what I'm back in now. And let me tell you, this kind of sucks. This is like going from a Cadillac to a Ford Focus. No fridge, no power inverter, no microwave, jack shit. I don't know how I did it for almost a year in this truck. It was used as a local truck while I was out of it, and while I was in the other truck. So it's dirty in here. Yeah, right, horsefly. I know better than that. Hey man, I would really appreciate that. That would be great, because I would love to get to at least 1,000 on here, so I don't got to use a third-party app to stream live. I'm almost there. We're at, I think, 712. So it's growing. It's growing. I'd really like to get the word out there, because I've got 700 subscribers, but anytime I go live, I only get like at max 10 viewers, which is fine. You know, I can at least keep up with the comments, but it'd be nice to have some more people around. But yeah, so my Hellhound is down, and it sucks. I mean, this old truck that I'm in is newer than my other truck, but it's beat up because it's mostly been used as a local truck. So, I mean, the fucking center cabinet over there is broken. Somebody broke the handle off of it so it doesn't stay closed, so I had to tape that shut. And I don't have my fridge. I ain't got jack shit in here. And I've got like a pile of all my gadgets and whatnot sitting on the passenger seat. And I gotta, you know, try and make it home. So, yeah, exactly. You know, the truck is home. And I've been removed from my home and put back in my old one. This is like being back in an apartment when you've had a house. But I mean, it's the same kind of truck, but and it is a comfy ride. But man, that fucking deer! I tell you what, fuck deer. When it becomes deer season, kill them all, fuck them all, fuck my goddamn shit up, and it sucks. Horsefly, the car is fixed, aside from the damage that I caused to it in the accident that I had. But I got a decent quote on getting that fixed. That body shop that they took my car to did an amazing job. They even fully replaced one of the doors instead of just skirting over it. You can't even tell that there was ever any damage there. For those of you that don't know, while I was out on the road one time before Christmas, another driver backed into my car, ran into it. He did something. He fucked the whole side of my car up. And so my boss got it fixed. It took him a while, but we got it done. I'm hoping that we go through with putting a bull guard on that truck. Hey, Horsefly, I don't house party that much either, and I saw Zella was popping a little bit, but this guy on there called Razor's Edge keeps inviting me to these groups, and it automatically puts me in, and next thing I know, my phone's going bzz, 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 bzz. So I got frustrated and signed out, and it was still going off, so I just deleted the app. But I'll probably be back. But yeah, so that's what's going on with my situation right now. I'm hoping my boss puts a bull guard on that truck, because they seem very fond of sending me out west. Like I said, this happened in Nevada, so, and we all know, anybody that goes out west, there's open cattle ranges right on the interstate. And the last thing I need is to, you know, fuck a deer. Last thing I need is to hit a steer. Shitty. I never realized how much damage a deer could cause, but here we are. Ha ha ha! No. Oh. Yeah, right now I just got my day started. So I'm in University Park, Illinois, with a reefer trailer, picking up a load that has 2 stops in Oklahoma and 1 stop in Dallas. And that's pretty much how I started out my my run last time. I had 2 stops, 1 in Cleveland and 1 in Dallas. Got loaded at the same place, and then it was just balls to the walls, man. I was rolling over 3,000 miles a week, which is more than the minimum that I need to get by, so I've been happy. They've been rolling me and been doing the reefer freight, so it's paying. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Get your pool. Where was I going? I don't have my cat with me this time around because this truck that I'm in is leased from Rush Truck Leasing, so I don't want to take the risk of my cat like clawing the seat or something and having us get dinged for the damage, because I would have to pay for it. There you go, Horsefly. I just got out of the house. I was supposed to go back out Tuesday, but when they discovered how much damage that deer actually did, I had to wait a couple of days for this truck to get freed up, get some shit moved around with their local drivers so that I could have this truck back. And it's bare bones. I tell you, this is gonna be a boring month because I'm going home June 13th for my mother's wedding. So this is gonna be a fucking boring month. I'm hoping the truck is fixed when I'm ready to go out again next time around, because man, no amenities in the back. This truck is governed. My black truck is wide open. I tell you what, I've never been through Wyoming and Utah so fast in my life. Man, like I said, it feels like going from a Cadillac to a Focus. But you know what? It's better that I hit the deer than be an idiot and try. I mean, I did try to avoid it, but it was at the point of there was nothing I could do. You know, I was doing 75 miles an hour on US 395 coming out of Nevada, going up into Idaho. 2-lane blacktop, middle of the night. There were no cars coming in the oncoming lane for as far as my eye could see, so I tried to dip into the oncoming lane and, you know, tap the brakes a little bit because I was light. You know, I wasn't worried about too much weight in the trailer, and the freight was pretty secured. So I was like, all right, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna swerve over a little bit and tap them brakes. And I probably, that motherfucker, he moonwalked in front of my truck. I was like, you stupid son of a bitch. You could have lived if you'd have stayed in that lane, but you had to walk backwards into this lane, and I hit you anyways, you dumb animal. Oh. So I probably hit that fucker somewhere between 55 and 65. Luckily, there was, if any of you know where I was at, US 395 coming out of Nevada, I was a mile away from that last rest area, so I pulled into there to survey the damage. And I thought it was all cosmetic, and because I didn't roll through any like severely hot weather, there was no issues with the radiator. But seeing as how the radiator's punctured, if I were to roll through like Texas now, or through the California desert where I was, you know, a few days prior, I'd probably have some issues. Who are you and what's going on in here? Well, hello. I'm 18 Wheels of Hell. And sometimes there's a whole lot of fuckery that goes on in here. Hey, you know what? My dispatcher asked me when I called him and told him what had happened. It's not laying there in the middle of the street suffering, is it? You did kill it, right? And I'm like, that's like a mile, 2 miles back in fucking the middle of nowhere in the pitch black. I'm not going and, you know, I got balls, but I'm not going out and wandering onto a pitch black road in the middle of the fucking, it was dark out. Is that still a desert up there? In the middle of the desert, fucking looking to see if the deer's dead. It's not, I hit it, fuck that deer, it can lay there and suffer for all I care. I know it was off the road. I watched it fly off into the ditch. not on the road, it's not a hazard. Fuck that deer. And fuck Bambi too. And his fucking cousins. And then, you know, I have a lot of people ask me, well, why didn't you strap it to the catwalk? Have some venison. How would that look going through a fucking scale house with a dead deer strapped to my catwalk? Oh, that would be some shit, right? But hey, you know, I could be, you know, down until the truck gets fixed, so at least my boss switched around the local guys, and because the guy that was driving this sleeper, oh man, does he love having a sleeper. Even though he's local, he loves having a sleeper. So I'm glad that he, you know, yanked some drivers around and got me back in this truck so I could keep making money. But I don't know if I trust going to Cali. See, my old truck is from California, so I feel a little more comfortable with it being in California with it. But this truck, I don't know. I don't know how willing I am to go out that way with this ride. Oh, don't bring that motherfucker up in here. Fuck RVT. God damn it. I'm so, like, out of the loop when it comes to all that drama shit. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff lately, but I just don't really care. I'm here to talk about trucking. To have the old school trucking channel. I don't care about the drama. This channel's for trucking and bullshitting. And offending trolls. I guess another update I could give is I'm losing weight, which is a good thing. I'm up 3 notches on my belt, or down 3 notches, however you want to put it. I started at hole 3 and I'm in hole 6. Switch to, yeah, I'm drinking a full throttle. I gotta have my caffeine, right? But instead of the drinking Mountain Dew like fucking water, I'm actually drinking only water. When it comes to stolen valor, I don't appreciate that. I'm not somebody who's served. I never will claim to have served because it's wrong. But I have a lot of family and friends that have and are serving. So, stolen valor in my eyes is a no-no. To be quite honest, I'll say it. I was too much of a bitch to sign up. I didn't want to think about, you know, I was having too much fun. I was playing in bands, I was partying, I was working. I didn't want to sign up and leave it all, you know. Sometimes looking back, I wish I had, but hey, driving a truck, that's something I'd wanted to do since I was a little dude, so we're doing it. We're driving trucks and running over fucking deer over here. No, I don't. And if you're referring to Yeti, I don't know what to think about that whole situation. I really don't. And it's not my place to open my mouth, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to get into the middle of it. I don't think it was cool of him to lie about military service, if that's, it is true. He did say it was true. So, but I don't know. Not my place, not my business, not getting involved. No, thank you. The only time that there will ever be drama on this channel is if somebody directly starts shit with me. And seeing as how I don't start shit with anybody, I don't think that that's going to happen here. But hey, it's YouTube, you never know. What's going on, Smooth? Yeah. I did see Trucker Jim kind of go beat his chest a little bit and put it out there, but I don't know. He's more well known in the trucking YouTube community than I am, so you know, I'm really hoping they don't reject my trailer. It didn't look too dirty. It didn't smell. And I didn't have time to go get it washed without missing my appointment. Because I wanted to get to the yard at 5. But that didn't happen thanks to Chicago traffic. Leaving Chicago to go to my yard took me like 2.5 hours. It was ridiculous. Then I had to race over here, which I made it 15 minutes early. So I'm hoping we're good. It's a frozen load and it's on pallets and it's in boxes. So I've noticed that they generally don't bitch too much. But if it's like open product like pork grindings and shit like that, oh yeah, they'll bitch. The drama spike? What do you mean by that? Exactly. Yeah. Don't mind the shiner on my head. Had a bit of a snafu over the weekend. Not gonna get into it, but it wasn't a good time. But I'll just call it my G.G. Allin mark, if anybody knows who G.G. Allin is. Oh, my fucking... It's been humid as fuck here in the Chicago area today, so my hair is a fucking disaster. I've been sweating my dick off all fucking day. No, not head banging. More like fist banging. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if it's all everybody's staging it just to... Okay. I'll put in my 2 cents here. When it comes to RVT, fuck him. But, do I think it was right that bouncy houses and a shit ton of pizzas and strippers and shit were sent to his home? No, because you're costing those companies money. Alright, and plus, you should never fuck with somebody's... You know, YouTube is on YouTube. Do I agree with what RVT does and his snobby ass, arrogant attitude? Fuck no. I think I've made that clear. But you don't fuck with somebody's homestead and you don't fuck with somebody's family. That's just a no-no. You don't do that. Troll him all you want, for God's sake. Let the man have it. Don't get family involved. You know, I'm going to try and go live as much as possible. Sometimes I just get too caught up in trucking. And a lot of the times I'm in places where I don't have signal at all. I do have a GoPro, so on occasion I do make the, you know, the classic trucking vlog. Seeing as I'm back in my old truck, I don't know if I'm going to do that until I'm back in the new one. But, Shit. I'm tired and I gotta drive all night. And there's storms a brewing. I like storms, but I don't like them at night. One thing that I want to do when I move to Texas is learn how to do storm chasing. You like trolling me. I don't think you're the real James Hensley, because last time I talked to... Yeah, you're definitely not actually James Hensley, because last time I talked to James, him and I are cool. He gave me financial advice and whatnot, so... And seeing as where he's come from to where he is now, I'll take his word for it. Oh, you like that comment here? Yeah, I had to pin that comment to the top. Hey, it's funny that he says I look like Roadkill, because Roadkill is actually one of my nicknames, because a couple of years ago, right before Christmas too, I got ran over by a fucking car. Oh. Here comes a snowman. Hang on a second. Let's see if he's going to talk to me. I call them snowmen because they come out of the freezer and they're all bundled up. Hold on. How's it going, man?
You gotta do a 30, so you take the air brakes off and lock them.
Okay. 1 second. I had to go remove my airline for him so he could put the lock on. I will keep jamming that Pantera. Thank you for hanging out. That's gross. Soggy biscuit. Oh, jeez. I just got a notification for Will County, where I am right now. Hold on. Dispatcher's asking questions. Just starting to load. Thanks, man. You be safe too. Just got a notification for Will County, Illinois, where I am now. Significant weather advisory, which doesn't surprise me because there is a fuck ton of lightning going on over that way. Let's see. Let's see what's coming my way. I love weather, man. I really do. Storms fascinate. They used to terrify me when I was a little boy, but they fascinate me now. if anybody here like is like real big into YouTube and watching YouTube videos, and if you really like storms or anything like that, go check out Pecos Hank. It's P-E-C-O-S Hank, like Pecos, Texas. Pecos Hank. He puts together some of the damn coolest storm chasing vlogs I have ever seen. The man's a badass. He chases down tornadoes just for the hell of it. Like, I mean, you know, he understands the science behind it, of course, but he does like 4K videos of these storms. He gets like right up on them. He catches fucking snakes, and he makes some badass music. So yeah, that's Pecos Hank right here on YouTube. Check him out. Let's see. Oh yeah, got a line of. I'm gonna try and show this. That's too bright. Let me dim it down a little bit. There we go. Got a line of storms. There I am. Got a line of storms just making a fucking beeline for me. A lot of them are, let's see, anything tornado warned? No, but everything's severe thunderstorm warning, severe thunderstorm warning, severe thunderstorm watch, significant weather advisory. And hail. I ain't taking no drinks from Bubba's piss jug. That ain't happening. You know, fucking Bubba Nesbitt, smart guy, but kind of a piece of shit at the same time. I'll just say that. Yeah, it's looking like it could gear up to be a pretty interesting next couple of days for me, because I got 2 stops in Oklahoma and a stop in Dallas, and they're expecting severe weather down in that area right around when I'm going to be down there. So we might get a chance to see a tornado. I've been in a tornado in the truck before. It was not fun, because I didn't see it coming. It was rain wrapped. It was a weak tornado, but still, you know, when you don't know the motherfucker's coming and you get caught in it, yeah, that sucks. Driving along, and all of a sudden all the rain and the wind stopped, and then like 30 seconds later all fucking hell broke loose. I was on US 30 right outside Clinton, Iowa. All right. Who's a better guitar player, Dimebag or Randy Rhoads? That's a hard question, because, well, I can say this. There are a lot of guitar players that are technically better than Dimebag. However, because I believe Randy Rhoads probably could have played circles around Dime. Randy Rhoads was also an influence on Dime, as well as Eddie Van Halen. Now, I'm not discrediting Dimebag's guitar skills, because he is my favorite guitar player. But you got to look at things logically. There's a lot of players that could probably have played circles around Dimebag. But do they have the heart and soul of Dimebag? See, that's what made Dimebag great. Yes, he was technically a good player. Had great chops, great riffs, great licks, you know. The man knew how to construct some solid songs. However, if you were to play Dimebag riffs straight through, just by the book, without all the bends, without the tone, without the whiskey-driven swagger that he had in his music, nobody could ever replicate that. Nobody. There's a video of a side-by-side comparison. I forget the title of the video, but some guy goes into what made Dimebag great. and he has a side-by-side comparison of Dimebag playing and Zakk Wylde playing the solo for 5 minutes alone. And Zakk Wylde is an amazing guitar player. Fucking phenomenal. But he could not pull that solo off. I'm sorry, but there's no motherfucker in the world with the same heart and soul that man put into his music. None. And that is what made Dimebag stand above the rest. Because yes, he was technically great, but there are a lot of better guitar players out there. But it's the heart and the soul. And that's one reason why I'm so attracted to old school outlaw country and southern style bands like Down, I Hate God, Crowbar, Alabama Thunder Pussy, Corrosion of Conformity, fucking Orange Goblin. Bands like that, man, they've got heart and soul. And I love hearing emotion in music. Like all this new style, technical, by the book, on the grid, if anybody knows anything about music production, on the grid kind of metal by numbers, you know, ooh, look at what I can do on the guitar. Look what I can do on the drums. Ooh, look what auto-tune does to my voice. All that shit in metal today, man, that shit's gotta fucking go. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I mean, look, I got some friends in my old local music scene. They've put out EPs and albums that are phenomenal. But the drums are sampled. Or everything's been time aligned. Or everything's been overproduced to hell. And I would much rather just see the bands perform live, because I want to hear the drummer fuck up. I want to hear the guitarist get into it and overshoot a note, you know? That's the shit I like to hear. And that's what's so great about the old way of doing it, the old records. In my old band, when we recorded our EP, there was no drum samples, there was no simulated amplifiers for the guitars, except for one solo, because I had to do it at my apartment. Can't blast a fucking 120 watt amp in an apartment. And the bass was an amp sim. But everything else was organic. We used no metronome. We just went for it. And I made them do it the old school way of recording too. None of this, here, play 10 seconds of the riff, stop. Play the next part of the riff, stop. Play the next part of the riff, stop. Do this vocal line, stop. Do that vocal line, stop. No, none of that shit. We did it. You play as much of it through straight as you could, and if you fuck up, if we couldn't like overdub it from there, you were starting over. And let me tell you what, that drove our drummer nuts. He was ready to fucking kill me, because we spent about 7 hours on one song, because I kept making him start over. You're off time, start over. You fucked up. I heard a rim shot where there shouldn't have been a rim shot. Start over. You know? That's how I do things. And now he's in another band working with a producer. They just worked with a producer from our area who does everything the new school way. And while, yes, he's good at what he does, his recordings and their EP that they put out is amazing. It's fucking great. But it's the modern style of production, and I fucking hate that. Bands, if you can't pull it off on the stage, don't do it in the studio. I'm not saying that my friends can't, because let me tell you, they can. But these bands like fuck, I don't even know half of them, because I don't pay attention. I don't know. But every band, every album that comes out now, they've all got the same drum sounds. They've all got the same guitar tones. And I know that problem existed in thrash, that problem existed in death metal. It certainly exists in black metal with everybody ripping off Burzum and Darkthrone. But there was emotion in that music. yes, there was guitar wankery and amazing drum shit, but it wasn't like for the sake of it, you know. It was because those musicians were feeling that, and that's what they wrote, instead of, you know, chasing this modern sound and metal that there is. That's why I don't really like the last few Lamb of God albums. Are they great? Yes. But they just have that, I don't know, man. They don't have that old vibe, the old way of doing it. And I like the old way of doing it. You know, when I was grabbing shit out of my other truck to put in this truck, you would think that I would have grabbed my garbage can, but I didn't. So, probably gonna have to stop at Walmart, buy a garbage can, which is probably a blessing in disguise because that garbage can had to go. It was starting to get gross. Anybody who's still with me, can we take a moment to appreciate this lightning? Watch this. I've seen a couple of fat bolts come through those clouds. It was beautiful. I was actually kind of disappointed earlier today that I had to start work tonight, because I don't know if there was a tornado down towards LaSalle County, but if I didn't have to work, and if one of my brakes wasn't going bad, that's grinding against the rotor, I gotta get that fixed. I probably would have went and tried to storm chase, but this lightning's getting awful frequent, and the humidity is like going crazy. Like, it's crazy humid. It's 71, but it's like I'm sweating nuts. And it's gonna hit pretty bad over here, I know it. And it's probably gonna hit just in time for me to go into the office and sign my fucking paperwork, because that's always my luck. See, I'm the kind of guy where it pours as soon as I've got to get out of the truck, and then when I get back in, it stops raining. That's how it always works for me. I don't know what I did to deserve such a karmic smackdown from nature, what with the rain issue and fucking hitting deer, getting caught in a tornado. Well, whatever I did, I'm sorry. I mean, I give food to the homeless. I mean, yeah, I'm an asshole, but I give food to the homeless. I donate to charity. Taco Bell asked me, do you want to donate $1 to the children's what the fuck ever? I say, hey, take 5. If I go out to eat on a holiday like Christmas, if I go out to eat, provided it's not like a $60, $70 bill, I'll tip anywhere between 50 to 100%. You know, that's because that's just the kind of person I am. It's funny because everybody thinks I'm some psycho, some jerk, some mean guy, but when it all comes down to it, I'm a nice person. I just don't tolerate stupidity. And I get very, very mean when somebody's being very, very stupid. Now, you know, I turn the camera around and now the lightning's going crazy. Here, we're going to try this again. Can we appreciate this lightning? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, give it to me. You were just going crazy. Oh, yeah. See, it's going off over there and over there. And when I had the camera facing back towards me, it was really going on right there. There we go. Now you can see from behind the lightning that these clouds got some height to them. And the taller the storm, the worse it's going to be. I love it. I kind of, you know what? The only reason I like storms at night is for the lightning, watching the lightning. But I don't like not being able to see shit coming. And like any storm chaser will tell you, tornadoes are cool and all, but when it's at night, no thank you. Because you can't see them. And once you're able to hear them, you're kind of fucked. Depending on, well, yeah, you're kind of fucked. All right. We are getting loaded. They just started hitting the trailer. Sweet. If they boogie fast enough, I should. No, I don't think I'll make it into Oklahoma tonight, no. Not with this slow-ass truck. I don't even think I would have been able to do it in the Hellhound either. Well, I think I'm going to get off here and go enjoy the storm. Thanks for hanging out and dealing with the shitty connection that I have. Hopefully it got better. But y'all take it easy. And I'll check in again sometime soon. See you on the road.